Okay, I'm back, and now we're going to be doing the inside of the snow area on the mountain. And again, we're going to start off at a very small straight stitch, just back a little bit onto the mountain. Oh, I forgot my stabilizer. You really do need that stabilizer. I don't know if you could tell, but when I put my needle in there, the fabric wanted to dive down inside. So I'm just going to slide piece underneath there, and start that again. And now the needle penetrates the fabric perfectly without the fabric going down inside. Alright, so we're going to do that little small straight stitch until we get to this area. Then I'm going to turn. You're going to do a lot of turning of the fabric. I'm going to change to my narrow zigzag. That's 2.0 width and 0.85 length. So I'm going to raise my needle, see where it's going to hit, and I can see that it's going to hit down in here. Now you can lift your presser foot a little bit and place that first stitch where you want it. Tilt it a little bit. And this is some practicing. If you're not comfortable stitching a zigzag around some pretty sharp little edges and that, you might want to practice on just some fabric and just draw this shape on there and then just stitch it just so you can have some muscle memory. Alright, so then I'm going to just stitch. Again, I'm trying to stay on the outside here. I'm going to turn my fabric and I'm going to keep going, and when I get into that little crevice there, hold my hand in the way, I'm going to turn my fabric way around to where I'm now horizontal with that point, so that my needle is going to go down here on the left hand side. 1, 2, and now I'm actually in the fabric of the snow, so I'm going to turn pretty drastic, lift my needle, and it's going to go in the wrong area, so I'm going to lift my needle, move my fabric over. So just so you know, sometimes you have to do this for these sharp points. Oh, I didn't do it right. Okay, just so you know, everybody makes mistakes. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. And these are so small stitches that if you end up having to move it like that, it's not the end of the world. It's not good. And once you do some free motion on this too, if you've got any kind of little blips like that. Now, I've stopped over here. I can't, if I go one more, I'm going to go into there. So I'm just going to tilt it. Oops, I knocked it. And I'm going to try to go into that exact hole where I was just at, and I hit it perfectly. Then as soon as I do, I'm going to turn it again, and I'm going to go to the left, stop, turn it just a little bit more. The bottom part of the snow for the mountain and the reflection is the hardest part of the whole project. So if you take it just slow and just keep turning your fabric, making sure you don't run off of your stabilizer underneath, just keep feeling to make sure you still have stabilizer underneath there. Now I'm coming to a point again right there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, right inside of it, and I'm going to turn horizontal. 1, I'm going to turn horizontal because I'm going to try to go right back in that hole where I was at, and did pretty good. Turn, I'm going all the way around. This is a small project, so you can turn it very easily. Turn back around like this. You're kind of like driving around a mountain top. Now I'm going to try to go right back in that hole right there. Right there. I did. I'm going to turn again. Now I'm going to go outside that point. I'm going to turn again, and if I'm lucky, I'm going to go right back in that same hole again. So you're not making a bunch of messy, and I did, you're not making a whole bunch of messy stitches. And there we go. We're going driving down our next little straight lane till we get to that point again. One more, turn all the way horizontal, 1 stitch, turn again, go try to get back into that same hole. Don't worry about it if you miss it a little bit, you just want to kind of head that direction. And now I can feel that I'm out of stabilizer, so I'm just going to reach underneath, lift my presser foot, stick some stabilizer underneath there, and one, turn, actually I'm going to leave, turn all the way this way, go back into that stitch, turn this way, and if I lift my needle it's going to go over farther probably than I want, so I'm just lifting my presser foot, going down where I want to go, and then just continuing on, turn. Now I'm turning this and I'm on the inside. That's what I was telling you before. And my thread has come out of that little, there we go. Turn again. And now I've got a nice little straight way again to stitch. It's so hard to see. Some areas of this matches the mountain so well that it just kind of bleeds away. I can't see it. And we're going to turn horizontal again, stitch into that little crevice, stop, turn, try to get back into that hole. We did, and I think I'm out of paper again. So I'm just reaching underneath, sticking another piece of stabilizer in. And I started off with an 8x8 sheet of stabilizer, and I just cut them in about 2-inch strips. You could try to be a little less wasteful, but I'm trying to not have to stop so much. Could probably cut it into like a 1-inch strip. Alright, so I'm going to go horizontal, do one stitch, turn all the way around, try to go back into that same hole. I did, turn all the way around again, do one stitch, turn again. So it's a lot of turning, but I think you'll really like the look. Stop, turn, and now we're going to go straight way to a point. Turn, I'm going to go back into that hole, turn again, on the other side, and then we got a little straight way to go. And you're going to basically continue this throughout the rest of it, the bottom of that, and then you are done with all of your stitching, zigzagging on the piece. Let me know if you have any questions.